The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and it's finally spring. It's been a really long winter and the succulents are now ready to wake up. So what do you do? What do you do when spring hits and your succulents have been dormant all winter? So I'm going to share with you what I do in this video. So firstly, I would just assess the succulents. So have you had any winter damage? Have you had any leaks which may have caused some rotting? Have you had any random rots which you have no idea how it's happened? I've definitely had a couple of those, which is really frustrating. I have spotted them early. Some I've spotted too late, unfortunately. So I would just look at those and just see if there's any way you can save them. I'll just show you an example of one of mine. So this is an example of one of mine. It was sitting on my top shelf over here. I don't think I had any rain get in this area. I definitely did in other areas, unless it was just a random spot of rain, and I think it was sitting in here, unless it's from me watering them, but I really doubt it because that would have been like 5 months ago. But I suppose succulents sometimes are very slow to rot. It's just one of those things, I'm never going to know. But this one I noticed had a really big black mark in here. So what I did is chopped it. Hopefully I'll get some pups on that stem, and then I'm hoping this will reroot. I don't feel very confident. I think the colours of this, with that bright pink and the really dark on here, I feel like it's too late for the succulent, but you never know. You've got to be positive and you've got to try these things. So this leaf here definitely is showing signs of rot. That's what the black is there, so that's not going to propagate or survive, so I might as well get rid of that one now. And this one's looking quite depleted, but I just wonder if this really pink colour is a sign of like bad things. But yeah, I've kind of taken as many leaves off it as I can, and I have dusted on here some flowers of sulphur, which is a really good like powder which can prevent and cure any fungal or fungus mildew on succulents. So yeah, I've just put it on here just to see if that helps at all, but it's been like this for a little while now, and I'm hoping that's going to save it. Sorry about the noisy birds. Yeah, so that's a first thing I would do, is just check for any rot. And as I also mentioned, fungus, I had a lot of this last year. So it's kind of a powdery mildew which I had the year previous, and it's usually caused by a lack of aeration and too much humidity in the greenhouse. So I sometimes in the winter, if it's not raining, I open up my doors, sometimes the windows, and I also have a dehumidifier which I put on once a day just to get rid of that kind of humidity, because in the UK it's really, really humid, which is weird. I didn't think it was, but until I got into succulents. Yeah, so this normally reads at least 90 in the winter. It's just the moisture in the air. Obviously as soon as the temperature goes up, the humidity goes down. So yeah, on days where the sun hits the greenhouse, it's perfect, it's fine. So yes, I'm so glad spring is finally here. So yeah, what you can do is, as mentioned, is use a flowers of sulphur powder if you do have any powdery mildew. It does leave scarring on plants. It can make them go quite black where the powder has been, but it gets rid of it completely. I just let that then grow out, and the scarring will obviously grow out as well, but it's really good to get rid of it completely. And also, if you do have anything like that, just make sure you kind of quarantine that from the rest of your plants, because it can transfer really quickly and it can spread to all of your succulents. So that's something to be really wary of. And then one of the biggest jobs I find is getting rid of the dead leaves on plants. So this takes me days, honestly, because I choose every single plant, I pick it up, I check for dead leaves, and I remove them. And then typically a couple of days later, there's more. But yeah, it's a really big job, but it's a really important job. So removing dead leaves creates more aeration in the plant, especially in the soil, which you need. You need air to get into that soil to dry it out quicker between waterings, which obviously prevents rot. Also, dead leaves attract pests. And then you also might have a nice surprise of seeing any new pups on your stem which may have grown over winter. So just be careful when you're removing the leaves. Always remove them sideways, but just have a look if you can at the stem before you do so, because you might end up knocking off a new pup which your succulent has so generously created. Which brings me on to my second point, so cleaning. Once you've cleaned up your succulents, got rid of the dead leaves, you'll probably have a really messy greenhouse. If you're anything like me, I try and put them, all my dead leaves, in a nice pot somewhere, but I just get a bit lazy and I start just chucking them around. So yeah, if you were to look down now, you would see a hell of a lot of leaves. So I have kind of swept them into a corner, then I've done it again. So yeah, cleaning your greenhouse, although you remove the dead leaves from the plants, obviously these leaves on the floor can also attract bugs. So it's really important to clean your greenhouse as well. And also a spring clean. Who doesn't enjoy that? And next up is probably one of my favourite jobs, and it's always a bit confusing when to do it, but it's watering your succulents. In spring, these, or most of these plants, are absolutely begging for some water. Like this one is so squidgy, there's really nothing in those leaves, they're completely depleted of any water, so they just need stocking up again. So what I would always do is check, for example, like this one, you can see it's so squishy. You can check the inner leaves and just squish them sideways to see if they are firm. These ones are all squishy as well, so this one definitely needs a drink. Whereas, yeah, that's quite thirsty as well. So this leaf here is quite squishy. They're a little bit firmer as they get to the middle. So this one is kind of questionable. You can leave it a little bit longer. If it's something you know is quite prone to rot, then I would always be inclined to leave it a bit longer than if it's a bit squishy there. Like, I'd want them to be squishy as well. I'm sure squishy is the correct scientific term. And then something like this is really still quite firm. So these haven't had water since October, but amazingly, it doesn't need any. The leaves are really firm. If I give them a really good squish, there's just hardly any movement in that leaf. So something like that I wouldn't water. So it's really, you've got to listen to your succulents and you've got to feel them and have a look. So if you just watered every single one and something like this, you didn't actually need it, that could cause rotting because you're watering quite early in the season, and yeah, it doesn't really need it. So it's a kind of a case by case situation. You just need to check them all individually. And usually the first watering of the season, I wouldn't give a huge amount. I wouldn't completely drench my succulents like I would normally throughout the summer. This one's in a really nice gritty mix, so it's, if I do drench it, it should come out quite nicely, but I'm just going to give it a little bit for now. So you can see it kind of moving through the pot there. So it's going through the soil nicely, really quickly actually. I'm just going to give it a tiny bit more, and that will just make sure the roots are getting a good drink, but not too much. I don't want the soil to be absolutely soaking wet, because it will take longer to dry out in between waterings at the minute. It's 29 in the greenhouse at the minute, so it is pretty hot, but this is probably the hottest it has been. So that's why I think I do need to give them water, because some of them, like this one, are looking very, very sad. So pests is probably another thing which is really good to check for, especially at the start of the growing season, because you don't want all your new growth to be eaten up by these horrible pests. So when you're doing your kind of dead leaving, whatever it's called, on your succulents, I would just check them really thoroughly for pests. So mealies are kind of cotton-like tiny little creatures. They move quite fast over your plants, so you should be able to spot them. They live in the crown, they live on the stem, they live in the roots, so you do have to look quite thoroughly, but you should be able to see signs of mealies quite quickly. And what to do with them is just to spray them with the alcohol solution. I've got a video on this which I'll insert here, so you can actually have a look at a full guide on how to do it if you have any mealies. Hopefully you don't. Another thing would be like vine weevil, aphids, and other pests, so just have a really good look. Vine weevil, I, touch wood, have never had, thank God. It looks like a really horrible little creature, and it eats away at the stem of your succulent, so you kind of don't know it's there until it's too late. And I use a preventive measure for that in my greenhouse, and that is Bug Clear Ultra. I found that's really good for preventing bugs, and it seems to be working because I've not had vine weevil. So yeah, just have a good check for bugs, and if you've got any, just maybe quarantine that plant away from the rest, and then obviously treat it as soon as possible. And then next up is repotting. So some of your succulents may have been in the same soil or pot for over a year. I know some of mine have. It's quite easy to see when a plant needs to be repotted. So I find that if you pick up your plant and it comes out of the pot fully, so this poor little guy literally comes out of that pot. So I can see in here I've got perlite, which I haven't used in 2 or 3 years. So this poor little thing has probably been in here way too long. Luckily, succulents don't mind being pot bound. They're fine with it. They do like to be treated a little bit mean, but that really is not getting any nutrients. So I watered that last week. No, it was earlier this week. I watered it and there is no moisture in that soil. So because the nutrients have all been used, the soil can no longer really take a lot of moisture. So the plant is not going to be getting a lot of goodness from that watering. So it just seems pointless to water if it can't soak it up. So this poor little succulent will need it can be upgraded to a bigger pot, but this pot is actually a good size for it. I can see some dead leaves on here, so I do need to continue. But yeah, it would be best just to remove all of that soil, remove any old roots. Any new roots will be white, and just give it a fresh kind of lease of life, and it will really thank you for it. So when repotting, like I've just shown you with this one, you can also decide if you want to add a top dressing. I've started doing that this year because I think they just look a lot neater. So this one, as it is, looks okay. But I've got these new pots, which are these white ones, and I've started to add some top dressing to them. It just looks so much tidier with it on. There's really mixed opinions on if top dressing is good or not. Does it stop airflow? Does it stop the soil drying out as quickly? Or does it stop pests getting in? You know, there's so many different opinions on it. So it is best just to try yourself and just see what works for you. But I like the look of it. I think it looks really nice. So that's something I'm going to try and do this year. I just need a lot of this grit to do so. And then lastly, once the frosts have stopped and there's no more risk, you can get your arrangements out. So I keep all my arrangements on the floor on different shelves in here over winter, and I can finally put them out. So that's what I've started to do this week, and they are enjoying the sun a lot. It's April the 3rd, and we've had sun so much recently. In the next 2 weeks we're forecast even more sun, so it's a perfect time to get the succulents out, get them waking up, give them a good watering if they need it, and yeah, get that airflow going on. And obviously I can repot a lot of mine. I'm going to need to, because the soil is quite old in those arrangements. But yeah, I love having them outside. It's just nice to look at my kitchen when I'm doing the washing up and see my succulents. It's just, yeah, I love it. So definitely get yours out as soon as you can, but just beware of the frost. I had some temperatures the other day when I was maybe a little bit premature putting them out, and it went down to 2 degrees, even though the forecast said it was going to be 4. And I did have, well, I was really worried that they'd frozen, but they hadn't. But it did actually bring out some really beautiful colours in one of my arrangements outside. So at that stage, I had only put 2 arrangements out, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, because of the cold, obviously the heat of the sun in the day and then the massive drop overnight, I got some really amazing colours in that arrangement. So I'm not overly sorry for doing it early, but just be careful, because if it did freeze, your succulents could probably die. So something to be a bit wary of. So keep an eye on your weather at the minute. So that's it. They are all the steps I follow at the beginning of spring. Obviously there's so many other things to do, and if you want to see any videos, please let me know if you have any ideas or if there's anything you would like to see. But thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and you'd like to see more, please subscribe. I really appreciate every person who subscribes to my channel. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.